everybody. It's me, Pat. I'm streaming. I'm playing some Final Fantasy XVI today. So, where we left off, lots of stuff happened again. All of the things. Everything happened. It's me! It's me! Hi, guy! I hope everything's good today. Happy almost weekend. Happy Thursday.
Did you see the pair that got hauled
I'm
into
okay. I hope you're okay too. How's your day going? Okay, where we left off at. Don't remember. Oh no. Nap time is good though.
Seems the hideaway is
I always have a nap time. I remember so much stuff happened. So we went to the final crystal and Joshua was there and we finally met Joshua. We met Joshua and we hugged Joshua and he's really sick and he's unconscious right now and we met Ultima again and Ultima kind of like fucked with Theon and Theon went on a rampage and destroyed the city and we had to stop him and Joshua was there and we played as Joshua and we were fighting together and we merged and they both got really hurt, so here they are. Look at them. It's my bro and it's my friend and my bro and my friend and my bro and my friend. Pucciano. I'm just looking forward to the weekend too. I'm super tired, so I had a little nap time too. Okay. So and stuff were happening, and because we took down the last crystal, places need our help now, so we have to go to Martha's Rest, Northreach, and Dalimil to help them. So let's go to Martha's Rest.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Make sure everything's alright. If there's any issues, let me know.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered. What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Yeah! Tell me everything!
They were too fast.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
Stop that. You're
More.
alive. And that's all that matters.
Alright.
If they ain't clawing at the gates, they're climbing up the cliffs near the lift. The lads are doing what they can to keep them out, but unlike the Akashic, they need sleep.
Let's go! So also Ultima is like casting this very big spell right now. And the skies are gone grey and scary, and he's doing a bad thing right now, and there's Akashic everywhere because we took down the last crystal, and it's kind of like an ether flood or something. Where do you want me to go? That way. Cross the bridge first. Is that one British person? Me! It's me! Is that me? Is it me? Hi, Rosie! It's our friend Cozy.
Around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long. Might buy us a few moments to say our last farewells.
Oh, okay. It's me! I knew it was me! How are you today, Fran?
Clive, wounded.
Wounded! Uh-oh. They're coming!
The Akashic first.
I can do that too! Awoo!
Enough.
Oh shit, I missed everything! There. I'm not used to that one. I'm sick. Boo, yoo-ha! I love Mean Girls. It's my favorite thing to quote sometimes. It's such a fucking, like, a classic now. It's a classic movie. It's just that good. Here you go. Yeah! I'm glad you had the day off, though. I hope you had nice rest.
Look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
You did some yoga and played some games. What games did you play today?
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, where they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
I'll help!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
It looked like the Guardians were going as quick as they could, but without any injured.
The lift can only carry a few at a time. If those Akashic get as far as the cliff, Wade's men will have nowhere to run.
Animal Crossing is the Halloween event going on now? Is there anything cool?
My brothers.
Ah! No! Hi, Fuming! It's a school of when? I have squatters in my Discord, everybody. They squat in my Discord. I tried to call the police, but they can't do anything because they have squatters' rights. I want to see your island once you finish redesigning.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about...
Wait!
I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
How are you today, Fuming? My
So
friend
Wade.
Fuming.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Uh-oh. A turtle's coming.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
I'm glad you get to chill now. And I love to see your
with us,
island
Sir Wade?
sometime.
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Let's fight! Ugh. Go, Wade. I'll hang back. You fight the crab. But I'm doing good today. The puppy! I had a little nappy time, which was wonderful. And I didn't have any food left, so I had a Domino's pizza, which was also wonderful. Make a fly. Ow!
To me, boy.
That's really good though. That's a wonderful staggle. An amazing staggle. Oh yeah. I talked to Rosie too about Divinity 2. She will look into getting Divinity 2 on PC. Yeah! So we will have 4 players. It'll be a fun time. It'll be the best time.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Alright, going to Eastpool now. Have a cross! Also, for anybody who is interested, we have Halloween movie nights in my Discord. If you go to my pin sections, there is a vote going on for like the whole month. Right now, Beetlejuice is winning. But if there's any movies you would like to watch, just vote for it, and we'll put it on for this Saturday, and then the next Saturday, and the next Saturday, and the next Saturday, and the next Saturday, and the next Saturday. Saturdays forever. Let's go. Let's pull up there. Let's just go in here.
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Mad dogs. Me? Oh yeah, Rosie, I put the pictures of the Oracle cards too. I had a sneak peek because I backed the Kickstarter, so they sent me a sneak peek of the Oracle cards and I put it in my Discord. I leaked them. So if you want to see them, they're in there too. They look very pretty.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Oh, you?
The Akashic attacked us out of the blue. And there's no telling when they might be back. Best keep
Can I
that sword
help?
handy, Sid.
Oh no, he's dying. He's dying. Oh, I put the Oracle card deck from Yoshitani in my Discord. I had a sneak peek of what they look like.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there.
Fiends try to
Brothers
climb
need
the
me.
walls here, too. Founder knows where they're gonna show their ugly faces next.
Yeah, they're very pretty. I like the moon card and the star card and there's lots of very cool looking cards. Hot goblins!
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Over here!
While in that, we'll just stay like this. Go double.
All yours, Torgal!
Finish him, Torgal.
Now, Torgal! Torgal, kill!
Kill it, Torgal. I never did a level 2 Mega Flare. It's a chocobo! They're everywhere!
All yours, Torgal!
Help keep them distracted.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? This one.
Ah! No, no! I like Phasmo. Phasmo is fun.
I'm hurt, Torgal.
It's okay not to play every day as well, I think. If people are busy, that's okay. Or if people are tired or they have other stuff they want to do, that's okay too.
That's better.
Ow. Right, this is good. I want to do the challenge, the weekly challenge before it goes away. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very Game of Thrones inspired, this one. It's very dark. Yeah,
Do you see any more?
like they said as well, Yoshi P, the director of the game, he made everybody, all of the developers, watch the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones because that was the inspiration of the game. Like that was what they were going for. So there's a lot of influences.
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Quest complete! I like Martha. I think Martha is very pretty. She's a very cool lady. Guardian Scarf. A symbol of trust, loyalty, undying friendship. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the duchy cannot die.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Yeah! Guy, you should check if Prinny and Charlie would want to play fast mode, maybe after
We should be
stream.
staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
Make your own kind of music. I still need to watch that movie. I know it's free on Netflix. Or not free on Netflix, but it's on Netflix.
I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle.
Also, I saw Rosie streaming today later on. Rosie's playing the mortuary assistant, I believe.
So Cid rides to the rescue once more. We're in your debt. Well, deeper in your debt, I should say.
Let's see. Let's go to the next location. Do I need a heal? I think I should be fine. But yeah, Rosie, if you're interested in Final Fantasy, which I think you are, this one is PlayStation 5 only right now, but it will be on PC. And another really good one I would always recommend is Final Fantasy X, but that's more turn-based. And if you're more interested in action RPGs, I would say Final Fantasy 15 is also very good. It's a feel-good one, where it's kind of like you're like some dude bros on a road trip and then stuff happens. There was a whole movie for 15 too with Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. That was really good. I got it on DVD. Let's go to Dalamil. But this one, you have a dog friend and it's very cute. Look. Who's a good boy? It's you. Hahaha. Alright, what's happening here? Oh no, he's dead. Maybe he's taking a nap.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Oh, you fucking little shit. So this game has like segregation and basically racism, but not really racism. I'd say prejudice. Because there's like magic users and they're considered other and they're treated like lesser people and slaves. So this person was just like, oh, it's okay that this person died because they were branded, which is what they call the slave people.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Uh-oh.
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Right. Let's do this.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Yeah.
They're both as stubborn as the lover's pox, and every bit as irritating. The more one insists on their proposed plan of action, the more the other rails against it. Oh, they've successfully split the town asunder just when we should be standing as one.
And I guess. Are you okay? You don't look okay. You look really hurt. Is that your blood on the wall? Why is she running away? Did she hurt you? Did she do it? Was it her? Did she fucking hurt you? You can tell me. You can trust me. I think it was her. She ran away. That was very sus. This lady did it, everybody. It was her. Remember this lady in the purple dress.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Bunch of children! The lot of ya!
What's he doing here?
Hello?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Yeah, I saw the Fortnite stuff. I saw it. It's super cute.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
I know I bloody well have. The next time those two go for each other's throats, I'm barring them both.
I like all the skins as well to celebrate women towards the bottom. Like there's loads of women skins as well, which is super cool. Yeah!
Fucking thieving bastards!
As if life hadn't been hard enough round here since the Fang fell.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Lower than beasts they are. Aye. The scum of the twins.
Excuse me? Who are you talking about? I came here to fight the Akashic and save the world. Why am I why am I meddling in your petty squabbles, everybody?
Richard Conrad, your own city guard, with you as captain.
Oh, shut up.
Buying more supplies. I might as well scatter seeds near a rat's nest. They're the problem, and only steel will solve it.
Hello.
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
Pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not.
Ha!
We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
That was easy.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, milady.
Well played, Jill. Well played. Oh, wait.
Next thing you know, Natalie'd be offering the bandits bed and board.
Let us
Then
go.
let us band together and show these brutes that...
Blah, 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 blah. Let's go this way.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Oh no, your stuff. It's okay. You just need to tidy up, lady.
If you're wondering why Dalamil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits. Them and the mercenaries who are guarding the gates. Though I can hardly fault them for running. Fighting would have meant death. Did for more than a few.
My shop. Why would anyone do such a thing?
Oh no. Did they eat your food? That's so sad.
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
Don't get yourself worked up. You need rest.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
All this after the last sellswords we paid for proved themselves such reliable souls. You'd have us throw good gill after bad.
Never poke a hornet's nest, they say. Conrad's going to get us all killed.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Haha, she knows. She's so smart.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Togepi! Ultra Ball. Go!
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have. But I would not see any unnecessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
Get the big balls out, everybody! It's Togepi!
There's truly no chance for us to restock our supplies. That's it then.
Please!
We shall have to do this the hard way.
Oh no, I'm so scared. I want the Togepi.
I'm scared. Batman, come back.
I'm scared too.
It's all right.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to
love each
Time
other.
no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak.
Yay!
All of
Not the
them.
bandits. Not yay for
You're not
that.
serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Togepi, 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 Togepi. So we're heading to the desert. Fight some bandits. There they are.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
Yeah!
I'll take that one.
I got it. Don't worry, I got it.
He's all yours.
Come on, everybody. Let's just watch them. Uh-oh, there's more people. Come on, protect me. Thank you, Togo. Yeah! bottom. Ah!
All yours, Torgal.
Torgal, help! He's after me, Torgal! Ah! Got it. Huh.
Over here.
Got him! Can't see. The worst thing about this.
Torgal, kill. Go, Torgal.
Nice try.
Huh? Get up!
All yours. To me, boy. Go, Torgal.
Oh, he almost hurt me. Well, he did hurt me. I was so scared for my life. Oh.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Shake hands!
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Hooray! Okay, we have one last place to help, and then we could have a little story progression.
So, where did you learn to swing a sword like that?
In a desert full of ne'er-do-wells, a woman has to learn to look after herself.
They like each other now. I hope they go on a date.
Dalamil will forever be in your debt. But don't go trying to take advantage of that.
Now, if I could only convince the people of Costness to work together.
Time to move on. We are heading over here. North Reach. I should have healed, but I did not.
First we find Isabel.
Isabel can wait a second. I'll be right back. This will be my little heal station. I might buy some health potions too. A missive has been delivered for me? Who could it be?
Still alive, are you? Coin purse weighing you down? You'll not find a better price than that.
Let me check my mail and then we'll head out.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
You? Oscar!
Welcome back, my lord. I only just arrived myself. No one seemed to know where I should go, so I thought I'd guard your chambers until instructed otherwise.
Oh, okay. Protect my bedroom, thank you. Alright. The Guardians are getting along with the Axis fine enough, working to shore up the rest walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I need to take off the September stuff. I'll do it later. Just leave it, just ignore it for now. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick revival, come see us and we'll tap you a cask. I might do it real quick now. 1 second. Chat, is it this? Yeah. Timers. September, turn that off. Timers, chat comments. September, turn that off. There we go. Done. The flames burn bright. You have an uncanny talent of showing up where you're needed most. My lord, without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, and us but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the tour. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. So as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. Laugh, Wade. The Garden League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection, and those stiff limbs of yours and your countenance, and well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? I'll do my best. I didn't take drama at school. I didn't. I'm not cut out for this life. We have a new thing on our thing here too. Wade gave us his scarf. Died red for the flames of the Firebird and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers. Does Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame? Alright, done here. Let's quickly move on.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
Ghosts?
Ghosts?
Then a wall won't stop
Nothing but ill tidings from beyond the wall these days. Floods, ghosts, famine. People are afraid to leave their homes.
Where is everyone?
Safe behind bolted doors if they're clever. Likely dead if not.
Yeah?
Can I interest you in some blades of mace, or perhaps a racer to a ginger? I've been willing to trade if you got no coin.
Saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
Right. This way. Oh, not this way. A Weedle! A little baby Weedle! There we go.
If there are ghosts in the Royal Meadows, then why isn't a garrison dealing with them?
The guards are gone. Oh, they're over there. Maybe having a smoke.
4 left for more on the captain's orders. Only 2 came back.
God has help us.
You heard what happened in the capital. In Moor. What happens if the Aoife comes here too?
We run, that's what.
I can't do it. I can't fight those things.
But you can. You must. For me. For us.
Oh, they love each other. Everybody's gone.
My lord, milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
We've seen little and less of the soldiers of late. Anyone would think they were hiding.
More arrived from the capital this morning.
I know. They could hardly stand.
We could leave. But where would we go?
I like listening to what people have to say.
The 2 soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
No legs!
What could do that to a man?
Let's go this way. There she is. That's the people here. They'll look out.
It's all right. Give me your arm.
That thing, it took off the captain's head. Before we could even draw his steel.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going back out there. You hear me? Fuck this!
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
I love her.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Jill's like, don't you talk to my boyfriend like that. Back up.
I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart. And they have provided a place for the injured.
Alright, you?
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. It's all right. Give me your arm.
Aww.
But my family... They're still in the capital.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Alright. We are going up there.
You're safe now.
I assume you have a plan? We need to find out what we're facing.
I jumped the wall. I cannot. There's a way to go. There. There we go. Hello?
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Am I in the way? I like this music. Also, that area there, you see that light blue? Because it's flooded, I think. Let's go Chocobo. Ambrosia, to me!
Good girl.
Go there. We're in the flood now. We don't know. We don't. We don't. Bye, Ambrosia. Who's here?
Look.
Hello?
I see them.
With me!
Should I prime?
Save your strength. This one. All yours, Thorvald. Go for it.
Shield though. That's good.
Over here. This one.
There he is. Fucking bitch.
Morgul, kill! Nice try.
I should start aiming for number 2, but I guess scared. Come in! Don't see it. There he is. Did I completely miss? I think I completely missed him. Just get him. Quickly so.
Awaken, win! All yours, Torgal.
Take that shield!
Now, Torgal!
Almost got it. Ow, 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 ow! Did it. Ha!
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Ah!
Handsome and chivalrous.
That Risto!
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Yeah. Oh, I should.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive. But without all the mocks and mows.
Alright, let's head back. And there's something I want to do too. So it's very convenient that we're heading this way anyway. Do we have a letter? Everybody else sent me a letter.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Welcome back, my lord. I only just arrived myself. No one seemed to know about it.
There. Clive, you have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their like. Good Philippe has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling, but I oft worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders. Just as I imagine, the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors, Isabel. Did we use any potions? I don't think we did.
Clive.
Clive?
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Finished, are you?
Will we ever see the sun again?
No, it's gone. Sorry. Hi, girlfriend.
I'd be happy to tell Otto everything that happened. But I know he appreciates it when you spare him the time.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
I'll be right with you, Otto. Look here real quick.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
I
Your
should have
benefactors are
I
a
do.
generous lot.
Almost to the next one. But we have this. Hugo's men are gone, and with them the fear in our hearts. Once more shall the markets echo with mirth and merriment, and it is you who we have to thank.
Here you
not
are.
anymore.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Let's go. Never really look over here. This is where I want to be. Okay. Satellite. I like that. That looks fun. So, 5-star 2. I think this one was my favorite. Flames of Rebirth. Let's get this one now. Since we need to save a bit more points anyway, I want to get Gigaflare. Maybe. Or I should save until I get Flames of Rebirth, because this is the one I'll always have. Let's get this. Light Aspect Familiars. Two to three. 1 to 3. This one looks cool. Let's just leave it for now. Let's go. Do we have any new hunts? No. S-Ranks. Right. Uh-oh.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Joshua!
Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
I'm coming, Joshua!
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit, but they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
He was trying to save us.
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
He's my brother.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Let's go. I love you, Joshua.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
We have side quests to do.
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now.
Let's do the side quests, which we have 3 of, and I imagine we have some hunts to do, and then we'll wrap up, and we'll travel to the Free Cities next time. Let's see, I think I do have, yeah, we have hunts. There you go, we got one. A C rank, the pack. South of Tabor, Dalmekio. A team of curse breakers traveling through Tabor to the fields of Korava were met by a group of hunters from the village who warned them not to stray too far. I want this. 1 second. Not to stray too far from the main road, for in a gully not far hence rested a pack of wolves that even such practiced hunters as they would not dare to wake, despite the fine luster of the animal's pelts. Too many of their friends had succumbed to temptation, only to be torn limb from limb. South of Tabo, Damakia, Fields of Korava. Let's head that fast. Can I? I can't go anywhere. Yeah, I have to go straight there. Alright, the side quest can wait then. Maybe. We'll just go take a look at one. Let's see what they want us to do.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite. Can you blame them, with the skies as they are?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished.
Who stole it?
My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared.
Little shits.
Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
I think it was the kids.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
Right, the atrium. We can do this since it's based in the hideaway. It's right over there. That's my chambers.
Oh, that blasted book.
Let's do it one at a time.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
Hello.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all striped. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
You broke it! It's that. It's broken. It's broken. You guys broke it.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore.
Oh.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but It's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Wow, you little shits.
Must have been magic keeping those scales together. It's the only explanation.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Midadol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces, the body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
The arms.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Midadol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
That is right.
Arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Midadol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Midadol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
What about the
Until
game?
then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
We didn't.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
They're looking at me like I'm stupid. Bye! Bye, everybody! My work here is done. Shelley.
We're all gonna die!
Shut up!
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his... It seems the hideaways is...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's
That's
working
so
to give them
sad.
a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful. If Mid is teaching my pupils her secrets, I suppose I should brush up on some of them myself.
I like that one, that we got to learn a bit more about Mid.
Oh, that blasted book! Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword.
My sword?
You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Well, That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
I like how, like, the skies are turning strange and things are very obviously going wrong. All the crystals are down. There's like raids and attacks and Akashic. And she wants me to go find ingredients for her, like I'm a little errand boy.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Okay, anything for you, my friend. But I'm not going there. I can't go to Northreach right now. We have to save Mid and Gav right now. So we're not allowed to leave. Let's go this way. This way. Alright, Goots.
What am I gonna do?
I reckon these guys are enough to give anyone the collie wobbles. But I'm not gonna sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Did enough of that back in Twinside while you were busy fighting that horrible dragon. And then that even horribler one.
But no more.
From now on, I'm gonna do what you lot do and properly pull my fingers out, no matter how much my knees are knocking. Can't have Nan and Blackthorn thinking I'm a great big wet blanket now, can I? So don't you worry about me. You just stick to what you do best, saving the world.
Is everything alright, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and she's...
It's alright. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Uh-oh.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Right, let's go talk to Grandma. Nan? Karen!
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Popoto.
Asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it?
I don't.
You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocence, do
No.
you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
I know!
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
You fucked up, Clive. You fucked up. After everything she's done for us.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I'm a bit busy, bro.
I suppose it is.
Right, one more person. I guess it's the apprentice guy. Is it? No. Where did he go? A humble request. Lord Byron. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there's none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform this to his vaulted expectations. namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, but not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, through the attending of bandits in back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sebastian Rutherford.
Rutherford? Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
We have all of these quests to do. And I can't go to them. Nope, none of them.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Alright, let's head to the next area. We have time. Where's Jill? Jill?
Or the moon, for that matter.
Are you down there, Jill? Could I see Jill from down here? Up here?
Mother, save us.
Might be hard now there's only one.
Then we're all doomed.
Central Damakia. I'm so happy that they're together again.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Yeah.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Shut up, Clive.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
That'll feel good, boy.
Joshua just missed us. We missed Joshua too, Clive. You have to understand. It's been like 18 years. I'm in danger already. Hello.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
Uh-oh, we're in for a fight, guys. I see him. There's more across the way, too. Back way. This way. We haven't been this way before. Un momento. Let's go. Yeah!
Enough.
I should have taken out the bomb. I feel like that would have been the best use of it.
All yours, Toro. Sick 'em. Go, Toro.
Hello? Hello? Where? Down there? But I'm up here. What do you want me to do about that? I can't go down there. I can fight you. Uh-oh.
Get him.
Got ah! Oh.
That's better. Nice try. Over here. Go for it.
Ow. Ow. Ah!
Get him. It's over.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Yeah. Oh. Are you okay?
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canberra next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint gill, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in ash? Do orcs even carry gill?
Oh, you. What an opportunist. Hello. Are you okay?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
He's dead. So are you.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
The encampment is that way too. Let's head in. There.
Right. I got here in time.
Oh, that scared me. I was like, oh, that's that. Ah, Joshua. Come on. That was easy. I was expecting like a mini boss.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
Who are you?
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Hello? Hello? Guess that's where the marker is, but it sounded closer. Hello?
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar. Have we met?
No.
You must have me confused with someone else.
Uh-oh.
That scar.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Son of a whore. You're Sid.
Uh-oh.
I was there in Kosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Oh no.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
I just helped you, bro. I mean, bro. Why you gonna be like this, bro? Hello.
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid. I will avenge my master.
Okay. Bye. Nothing here. Let's head out. Should be out of the ether flood. Yeah, we are. beautiful.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Okay. I will say we end here. We're going to Tabor next time on Final Fantasy 16. Whoa, 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 whoa! I do like this one. That we are very strong. Oh. Okay. And save. Okay. So tomorrow we have another stream at 7 p.m. BST. I'm gonna be playing Luigi's Mansion. And then Saturday, I may or may not have a catch-up stream to finish Oxenfree 2. I'll do it slightly earlier in the day because we have 9 p.m. BST movie night. And I will put the link for that in here right now. If anybody would like to have a little votey vote. Grab that, copy. This? No, that's not it. There. Okay, there you go. And Sunday is probably nothing, but we will be back on Tuesday next week as well with a new game, hopefully, if I finish Oxenfree 2. So please look forward to that, and thank you for hanging out with me, Guy and Rosie and everybody, and I hope you have a good evening. Bye everybody!